Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So throughout this week, my trading strategy has proven to be highly successful, which is great. We had another amazing trade that we took completely live on AMD. The great thing about this trade was that before I even entered during our live call in the voice chat, I told you guys exactly what I was going to do. So as soon as it broke out of the zone, as soon as we saw that close above the zone, we were going to go long with calls at the money on AMD, and I showed you guys where we're going to take profit. And I always love these trades where it does like exactly what we were looking for, and that's really just because we've seen these setups on AMD happen all the time. Another one we caught on AMD, a very nice trade actually, was back here. Let's look at the 15-minute right here, where this was a massive move. We made 172% on contracts. Some of our members made 200% on contracts, and we told you guys about this position before the market even opened, which is pretty insane. Same take profits, didn't touch those at all till we closed that position. So really good. With that all being said, we're starting off another video with more profit screenshots, so I really appreciate all the members who are sending the profit screenshots. I always say this. It makes me feel really good because I like seeing that you guys are winning with me. We got Elmer, dude's been in the Discord forever, and I love that profile picture of the actual Elmer cartoon. Looks like we made over 5%, over 5.5% of his account with this trade, so that's great. I'm not going to attempt to say this name. I see this guy all the time. He's absolutely amazing. He got a really good fail as well in this trade. He took this live in the call. With that all being said, let's get these out of the way. And thank you guys again for sending those. And let's talk about this trade. So we did take this on the 1 minute. The 1 minute does move really quickly, but you guys saw the title. We were still able to make about $250 in 15 minutes. So how did we do that? Well, this was a very simple trade. Instead of looking for pre-market levels like we did with that other AMD trade I showed you, the one that made 172%, instead we looked for a quick reaction as soon as the market opened. So what did that look like? Basically, we saw AMD drop down over 2%. I think it was like 2.18%. And then we looked for consolidation. So we saw some consolidation here, and that's because and it was easy to see because we saw rejections on this stable line, rejections on this line. So we took this, it's called a price range, I believe. We took this price range and we charted out how we wanted the zone to look like, and as soon as price closed above that zone right here, we waited for a tap into the zone and we went long on contracts. Now, when did I know to take profit? Well, that's also easy. We saw rejections right here, so that's where we took our first profit, which I know is super tight, but keep in mind, when we take that first profit, we also set our stop loss to break even, so we cannot possibly lose money on the trade. And that's why I have such a freaking high win rate, because even if I'm only making 20% on these contracts, which are super expensive, by the way, so that is a lot of money, I'm still not taking a loss on the trade if it ends up coming back. But in this case, it didn't. Our second take profit happened right before these rejections, also very smart, and our third and final one before these rejections over here. So all in all, a very successful trade. Only 15 minutes to hit all three take profits. I'll be completely honest, I closed out, and you guys of course saw this in the call, I closed out right before we hit this third take profit, so I didn't get the best possible fill. And I'm glad some people kept holding, but that's just because I was very comfortable with my gains, and after seeing all these rejections, I was just thinking, you know what, we've already made a substantial gain on this trade, we already had a 75% win rate on the week, why not just take the profit and call it a day? So I ended up doing that. As you guys can see, if we go to the 4 hour yet again, and now we have those screenshots out of the way so we can really take a deep dive into this, all we were looking for really was for AMD to get into a very nice zone. And we can see every time that it entered this zone that we charted previously beforehand, it had a nice reaction. So when it closed below, it went down. When it closed above, it went up. Basically, that happened throughout, the entire past month. So very nice. I'll have a video coming soon because I am looking to go long on AMD with some longer term calls, so I'll post that very soon. With that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll link the Discord server below, so feel free to check that out. No need to buy any premium or anything, but ask all the questions you possibly can, because that's the best way to learn. Thank you guys very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.